Hi, my name is Rabbi Faith Joy Dantowitz. I'm a Reform rabbi. The Reform movement represents over 1.5 million Jews here in America, over 900 congregations. In 2000, the Reform Rabbinate passed a resolution supporting same-sex marriage and enabling all clergy who chose to officiate at such a ceremony to do so. New Jersey needs to stand up now for justice and equality for all. It's time for us to see this civil rights issue become a reality. And as we learn in Deuteronomy, tzedek tirdof, you shall surely pursue justice. It's time for us to pursue justice, to allow equal rights for all, so that clergy, gay, straight, and all can be married. It's time, New Jersey.
Thank you very much for your testimony. Next witness, please.
Hello, my name is Rabbi Elliot Tepperman. I work at B'nai Keshet in Montclair, New Jersey. I'm a Reconstructionist rabbi. I have to just say that it is so distressing to me to hear members of my congregation, members of whom I've done civil union ceremonies, members of whom I am married, have their relationships in any way spoken of negatively. They are some of the finest and amazing members of our congregation. They stand side by side with stray couples at the very bedrock of creating a community of faith and love. And I am so angry and pained that I need to come back to this community 2 years after I last testified, to testify again, to say that I simply want the marriages I do to be recognized. I simply want to not have to spend my time as a rabbi ministering to couples, as you've heard today, who've been denied the basic fact of their relationship in hospitals and in schools and in public institutions. I'm ready for this to end, and I'm ready to have my rights as a rabbi to be equally recognized, whether or not I perform marriages or not. And I want my rights to do this equally and 100%. Thank you.
I'm Mary Zamor. I am a Reform rabbi. I am the president of the New Jersey West Hudson Valley Association of Reform Rabbis. I'm one of 1,800 Reform rabbis in North America and one of 1.8 million Reform Jews in America. I'd like my New Jersey government to support my religious freedom, but more so to support my friends, neighbors, my congregants' civil and human rights to be married. We've heard story after story today, poignant story of people whose rights were completely denied. These people are citizens of our state, and our state has to give them their rights and give me my religious right to officiate at their weddings. I really implore this committee and implore our state to take the lead, to take the step forward, and to make change, because it is time. Thank you.
Rabbi Joel Mosbacher, Beth Chavirim Shir Shalom Synagogue in Mahwah, New Jersey. Today, I sit here angry on behalf of the members of my congregation whose love and care for each other can be recognized within the walls of my synagogue, but when they walk the streets of New Jersey, and when they enter the schools of their children, and they enter the hospitals and the nursing homes and all the places, the public places of New Jersey, their relationships aren't recognized. This has to end. There has to be marriage equality here in New Jersey. I'm angry that the holdings of any one religion can determine the bounds of government-determined civil marriage. And I believe that government should embrace an inclusive definition of marriage and equality for all. It's time to recognize that we were all created in the image of God, B'Tselem Elohim. It's time for New Jersey to stand on the right side of this issue and recognize marriage equality for all. Thank you.
I'm David Fine. I'm a conservative rabbi, Temple Israel in Ridgewood, New Jersey, Bergen County, an officer of the New Jersey Rabbinical Assembly, and the president of the Clergy Council in Ridgewood. I was involved in the decision of the conservative movement in 2006 to ordain gay and lesbian rabbis and cantors and authorize conservative rabbis and cantors to celebrate same-sex marriages. I wrote one of the papers at that time that was part of the deliberation. It was my view that the interest of the state coincides with the spirit of the Bible and religious tradition to support families, to support marriage and households where children can be brought up in loving bonds. And especially in our time, we're arguing for support of families, and we have an opportunity now to expand the number of families and to celebrate more unions in the true spirit of the Bible, in which case was never permitted before. The celebration of marriages is something that is an issue of solemnization. It's a theological dispute, and I would ask that the legislatures not establish one religious view over another and permit me the right to such solemnizations and celebrations.
My name is David Greenstein. I'm the rabbi of Congregation Shomrei Emunah in Montclair, New Jersey. I'm a member of the Rabbinical Assembly, the Conservative Association of Rabbis. Our Bible tells us about a city that became the ultimate symbol of societal evil, and that city's name was Sodom. And the question is, what was the evil that city and the inhabitants, that society, what was it guilty of that was so terrible? And many people think that they know the answer. But our Talmud tells us something about what the evil was that society was guilty of. It says, Kofin oto al midat Sodom, that the legal authorities can never tolerate someone who acts in the manner of Sodom. What is that? It is ze nehene v'ze lo chaser. It is to be opposed to someone deriving a benefit when their derivation of a benefit causes you no harm. Those who oppose this bill are, in that way, the true Sodomites.
I'm Rabbi Mark Kaiserman from Temple Emmanuel in Livingston, New Jersey. It was said several times today that people of faith oppose this bill. I just want to remind our committee that I'm a person of faith, and all of these very many clergy from across denominations are all deeply held people of faith, and every one of us is completely in favor of this bill. We have recognized in so many couples that there is holiness and beauty in them, in heterosexual couples and in same-sex couples. And we've recognized the capacity to give and love in so many parents, same-sex parents, heterosexual parents, single parents. And despite biased studies that are touted out to protect religious bigotry, we want you to remember as you make these decisions, people of faith are in favor of this bill. Don't let other faiths dominate and stop us from practicing our beliefs. Same-sex couples can create a relationship of holiness. We hope you'll allow that to happen in the state of New Jersey.
I just want to give a caveat that let's just keep the testimony professional and your point of view rather than criticizing someone else's. That's all. Whatever. Go ahead, sir.
Rabbi Lawrence Mallinger, Temple Shalom, Aberdeen, Monmouth County. Ultimately, as a person of faith, my faith guides me in making my moral decisions. But I'm also a citizen of this great state of New Jersey, and I believe in the equal protection of the law to all of its citizens and not discriminating based on their sexual orientation. The state would be appalled if I were to make any decisions based on a person's race or perhaps based on their gender. And I implore you, as well as the rest of my colleagues, that we give the same rights to all of our citizens in New Jersey. I thank you.
Hi, I'm Rabbi David Levy from Temple Shalom in Succothsona, New Jersey. I speak to you as a rabbi who is proud to perform these marriages, but I'd like to speak to you today a little more personally as the son of a father who came to America as a refugee in 1948. My personal family history, the history of my people, has taught me what happens in a society when the rights of some are held from them. That it is destructive, holding the rights of some is destructive to the entirety of society. And so quite simply, I urge you to extend these rights to all people in New Jersey. To, in the realm of marriage, make sure that all citizens are affirmed, that none are put in the place of feeling that they are other, and that truly in New Jersey, it is love that makes a family. And I thank you.
I'm Rabbi Joel Abraham. I'm the rabbi of Temple Shalom in Scotch Plains and Fanwood, New Jersey, a Reform rabbi. I'm here in a number of roles this morning, one as a representative of my congregation, which is a proud affiliate of the Reform movement of Judaism. I'm also here as the co-chair of Reform Jewish Voice of New Jersey, which is a group representing many of the Reform congregations in New Jersey and starting to come in and have its voice heard down here in Trenton. I'm also speaking, therefore, for my co-chair, Liz Cohen, who is a member of Senator Bateman's district and has made her views known on this issue to your office. So I'm proud to bring her greetings as well. And I want to thank the committee for all the work that it's done in this area. I've been in this room before talking about this issue, and I hope this is the last time we do so. I hope we do manage to pass this. It is an important thing. I will still perform Kiddushin, what we as Jews call marriage, the sanctification of the union between two people who've committed to love each other in perpetuity. It is what I do as a rabbi. And the state in no way tells me who I can and cannot do that ceremony for. But I do act in partnership with the state when I celebrate a marriage, when I sign a certificate of marriage. And I have signed certificates of civil union, and it's really not the same act. I hope that in this time the Senate and the Assembly and the state of New Jersey will find the way to allow me to perform this act in partnership with the state of New Jersey to celebrate the holiness that I know I have seen in these unions between people who do love each other. And my third role in coming here is, as we speak this morning, my brother-in-law and brother-in-law-in-law are packing up their car. They have lived in California for all their lives, but they want to come and live close to their sister, my wife, here in New Jersey. I officiated at their marriage in California. They are married legally as two men in the state of California, and I hope that when they move here, they have the opportunity to celebrate those rights as a married couple in this state as I welcome them to New Jersey. Thank you very much.
Thank you, gentlemen.